In Jacksonville, Democrat Donna Deegan beat a Republican backed by Ron DeSantis. Jacksonville was the largest city in America with a Republican mayor, but not anymore. And Jacksonville's mayor-elect Donna Deegan joins me now. First of all, congratulations on your big win. You've given a lot.
Jen, thank you so much. It's great to be with you.
I just laid out there what's happening in Tallahassee under Governor DeSantis, especially in recent months and over the last year. I want to ask you, is there a disconnect between what's happening in the legislature and what voters actually?
Well, I think one of the most concerning things to mayors especially is the loss of local rule under this legislature and this governor. And so I think that's one of those things that we've been hyper-focused on. I ran a very Jacksonville-based campaign. I'm a fifth-generation Jacksonville native. I'm somebody who is a foundation for breast cancer patients. People have known me as being someone who works very well across the aisle. But at the end of the day, what we kept hearing over and over again when we were out in the neighborhoods and to people was, how much is there going to be left for local mayors to do if we continue to take away local rule the way it really did resonate with people, in addition to some of these other things you're talking about?
Well, one of the things, Mayor-elect Deegan, that you gave people hope was that you beat your Republican opponent by points. And Governor DeSantis won Jacksonville just 6 months ago in November by 12 points. In this mayoral race, Republicans also you were able to convince some DeSantis voters, some Republicans, to vote for you. How did you manage to do that exactly?
Well, first of all, I'm a marathoner, so I like long distance endurance events. And so we started very early. We started 18 months out, and we literally every town hall, knocking on doors, listening to people about their concerns, bringing everybody in. I think it's so important, Jen, if we're going to move forward in the country, we've got to be able to talk to each other again. We've got to be able to see each other on some level. And I found so much commonality between what we all want. People are frustrated with the fractures. They're frustrated with the ugliness. And so what we pledge to do is run a completely positive campaign, vision-based on issues. I know, right? I mean, hard to believe in politics these days, but we made that we made that commitment, and we followed through. Voters was not only were they tired of a Jacksonville that wasn't moving forward at a pace they would like, but they were really tired of the ugly. And I think, this is a community that went through 3 bouts of breast cancer with me. And so we built a really strong bond over the years while I was on foundation for them, and that helps underserved people with breast cancer. So there was a lot going on here, but I think I had a very deep rooted relationship. We've sort of shared life with folks here. And so I felt like if anybody had an opportunity to bring in folks from across the aisle, I had that opportunity. And then I had the old Pat McCullough, amazing woman who came in with a grassroots plan from day one and just led that thing like a general. She was amazing. We only campaigned to qualify by petition, got 9,000 signatures, and then just kept on rolling with a grassroots army that turned out to be comprised of folks from all across the political spectrum. So really, really grateful and optimistic that we can take that unity message and move it forward. I think you're seeing some fatigue with a lot of the hateful politics out there.
Well, it's no secret. I love your shout out, first of all, to campaigns, in addition to great candidates. But it's no secret, Mayor-elect Deegan, that Democrats have been having a hard time in Florida over recent years. And here's Governor Ron DeSantis. Here's what he had to recently say about this. I would talk to you about it on the other side.
What used to be a swing state, now the Democratic is on the side of the road. I mean, we have beat the left in the state of Florida.
A hollow shell. So what is your view on that? And what do you think about the state of the Democratic Party in Florida?
Well, listen, as I said when we embarked on this, and you have to give people a reason to believe that all of us can come together and to create some sort of a system where all voices are heard. And that was our message. You know, I'm so glad you have Cory Booker on today. He was one of the people that actually had a video out. I follow Cory all the time. We're very similar to stay up here. And I think if you can give people a reason to be optimistic and hopeful and do that with policy involved, show them what you can do to actually make their lives better at kitchen table level. I think that that's the way forward. I don't think it is. I think it is a message of unity and a message of hope and what we can do together.
Well, as people are trying to read tea leaves here or get a little hopeful, I will say, the Republican Party chair in Florida said this about your win, quote, "It's a joke to imply that's an indicator of how the state is going."
Like I said, I think there's a lot of political theater that goes into politics. And I said that from the very beginning. You know, I've been in the media for a long time. I know how it works. I've covered politics my whole life, the other side of it, interviewed just about every politician in the world, including President Obama. But I know how these things all over, and we have to lead. It's all about relationships and building relationships. So I would say that that's what the head of the GOP is going to say, and we'll find out. I think people are very anxious here to build bridges, and I'm going to do everything I can to do that.
If my friend does so, maybe he has already, we're to call you for some advice on how to win Florida in 2024. What would you say to him?
I would listen. President Biden is just an incredibly positive human being, and I think he's made incredible overtures across. That's what it's all about, making sure that everybody has a voice, and continuing to just tell people that we're about hope and we're about the ability to make change if we all work together. I think he's right on message with that.
Mayor-elect Donna Deegan, congratulations